the BudHole Podcast. Welcome to the BudHole. It's your chance, do your dance at the BudHole.
Here's a hot take.
Guess who's back? Back again. BudHole's back. Tell your friends.
BudHole coming at you.
We just want to say before this thing starts, thank you so much to our loyal listeners, and here you go with another great BudHole podcast, brought to you by Star Lamar, Brandon, Gage's Rage, and Scott on the BudHole Podcast Network. 2, 1.
Wait, you didn't mic check.
I mic checked before I fucking mic checked all of you.
We have to mic check in.
We are live, everybody. This is NFL Week 1 podcast leading up to the first game Thursday night, Chiefs Texans. Sorry. Let's fucking go, guys. How about this, huh? Ready to start the season?
Stuff.
I'm
great
ready.
Time of year.
Who the hell's not ready?
This is my Christmas.
I was thinking
The
that
draft
on my ride
and the-
over here. I was like, this is Christmas season right now. Fall weather, blue jeans, sweatshirts, bonfires, football,
Beer
beer.
and White Claw for you guys.
Yes, for men.
Yeah.
I just want to be really clear here. I'm a beer guy.
Stations.
Yeah.
2 out of the 4 of us are beer guys.
Are you sure you're not a can guy?
I like
What?
cans.
Do you like the beer or
I
do
like
you just
jugs,
like
too.
The can?
I like jugs and cans. I'm all for that. I'm pro jugs,
Do you
pro
like
cans.
cake?
Cake?
That's what the kids call it these days.
Ooh,
Gage knows.
is this our
Are we doing that already?
Yeah, it's what the kids say.
Should I?
cake?
what's
AKA
Oh, you look it
Is
up.
it an acronym or does it
Nope.
just mean something?
It just means something.
Is this
As
the butthole
known
word of
as-
the day? Cake?
Cake.
Cake?
Star's looking up the
Yeah.
butthole word of the day. Cake.
What's
Right?
that website called? Urban Dictionary.
Yes,
Urban Dictionary
Yep.
cake? Yep.
According to the website www.urbandictionary.com, cake means a girl with a nice, tight ass. Used in
Banger.
a sentence, damn, she got some cake, bro.
That's what the kids are calling it.
Yep. That is our.
They should be more specific, though, because what if it's a pancake?
Well,
That's a
then,
bad name for an ass.
I would think so, yeah.
That girl's
What?
got a pancake.
Well, I've seen some pretty big pancakes that I wouldn't mind.
But you put a pancake on its back, it's still flat, dude.
That seems like an oxymoron. A big flat ass.
Yeah.
Like it's just long? Like her ass cheek goes from the bottom of her neck to her feet? What are you talking about?
Well, now I'm confused.
All right,
was
there
our
you
Z
have
word
it,
of the
folks.
day.
They call that a
Cake.
griddle.
Cake.
That's called a griddle. I'm
Cake,
pretty
cake,
sure.
cake, cake.
Griddle.
Nonetheless,
500,000, not as a pound cake.
Nonetheless, you guys, it's
The
NFL
NFL
Week
kicks
1.
off.
NFL Week 1.
Great time of year.
Last year, we did a NFL Pick'em where we picked teams for the entire year, kept track of wins, losses. If you listened last year for the NFL episodes, you would have followed along with this. Really quick, we'll recap last year's results before we pick teams for this year.
I'm going to interject with a question. Are we doing the same thing where we can only own one team from each conference or each division?
From
Sorry.
each division, yes, correct. That's what it is. We go through, we snake draft based on random draft order. One team from each division. We track their wins, losses for the year. And we just make it a fun little weekly talker. We can give results on where we're at, talk about where we're going, whatever. This is how it ended last year. Last year, rounding out in last place, 2 people tied. Gage's Rage and Scott last year ended up with 62 total points.
Nice.
Star ended up with 63, and Brandon ended up with 68.
Whoop whoop.
I
That's
think it was
right.
a late season
Championship.
surge, too.
It might have been. Brandon was the only person out of all of us to break the Vegas line. You beat the Vegas line for your total team wins.
That's what I'm here for.
The rest of us lost. So, with that being said, we are going to dive right into that. Right now, we're going to start drafting.
We did have a bet on this last year.
You tell us what the bet was, and we will agree or disagree.
I thought it was $50.
I don't agree.
You don't agree or you don't remember? I'm pretty sure it was 50.
I think you need to go back and listen.
I will go back and listen.
I
Send
think
us
it'd be worth your listen.
a snippet of it.
What do you guys think was
That
that?
was so long ago.
Yeah.
If you provide proof, I'll Venmo you. But I can't remember. I'm not
Guys,
just giving
I
away
have
money anymore.
A kid house payments, and you're going to skip me.
I
on
have
our
a beer
fair bets.
fridge that's almost empty.
I bought pop for you guys. It was going to be a surprise, but now I'm bringing it out for the BudHole next time it's at my place. I didn't. Actually, I take all that back. I didn't buy shit. Paige did. She did it all for you guys. She's like, do they want any of this? What type of Fresca does Tyler drink? I was like, the pink shit.
They have multiple kinds of Fresca.
I think so.
I never knew that.
Isn't that what you drink?
LaCroix.
Oh, that's what she meant. Yeah. That's what she
The
said.
fuck's a Fresca?
I don't know.
It's a soda.
Seltzer water? Soda?
It's a kind of soda.
Nonetheless, let's get into this. We're going to randomize the draft order right now. If you guys don't trust me, Brandon, lean over and watch me hit randomize on the list so that everybody doesn't blame me for when I get first.
Like the Gatesin League. Fucking bullshit.
Draft order goes as follows. Star goes 1, Scott goes 2, Gage goes 3, Brandon goes 4.
Not
Remember,
sure I saw
though,
that,
remember that it's Snake. So, Brandon, you'll get picks 4 and 5. All right, with that being said, Star Lamar,
God.
you are up first. Which team
Hey,
do you want?
before we pick, do we want to establish a bet for the coming year that everyone remembers for sure next time?
If I was just going to come up with a number, I might say $50.
$50 sounds fair,
That
round.
sounds like something I would do.
Something in it for a whole year investment? All right. Does the BudHole agree to this bet?
Yeah, I'm playing with house money.
The BudHole agrees.
Hopefully.
$50 for the year. Each person, $50 for the year.
Well, we lost our Twitter.
Oh, that's right.
Because so I think Scott should pay out all those bets. Do you guys agree it was $50 now? Scott disbanded our Twitter.
So it's his fault we don't know the
He
actual
lost all
amount.
the bets. I think it's only fair.
We'll talk about this.
Do I hear
off
an
air.
objection?
We'll talk about this off air. All right, with that being said, this year is $50. Last year, I guess Brandon claims it was. Nobody else says it was $50, whatever.
Time will tell.
I feel like he's full of shit. But anyways, Star Lamar, you get the first pick. Who are you taking with pick number 1 in the BudHole Pickem
I
yearly
just laid this out,
challenge?
now knowing that I don't get another pick till it comes around back to me. I might not want to take my favorite team. I might want to take someone that has the easiest division that I wouldn't want anyone else in that division, since this is probably going to be my only division leader.
You're picking the Patriots.
I don't think I am. I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, pick 101.
That's a good one. That's all right.
I can see them getting 6 more wins than anyone else in that division, potentially.
I mean, that's
Solid.
I
4
think they
more
have
wins.
the highest win total projected this year.
In the range
It's
of
easy
outcomes. Yep.
With pick number 2, Scott is going to go with... This is a tough one.
I got a list here if you need to look at mine. Gage.
If you know what teams are in the
I'm
NFL.
good for a while. I can get at least 2 picks under my belt before I'll be floundering.
Yeah. Wins over replacement. That's what I was thinking.
And it's tough because
The
there's not
war.
a lot of, like... You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go a little off the board here. With pick number 2, Scott's going to take the Dallas Cowboys.
Oof. They might not even win the division, Scott.
Hey, he's going for 8 points. He wants a guaranteed 8 points.
I do. I'm going for
Started
low
out hot.
ceiling, low floor.
All right. With pick number 3,
Just do
Gage's
it.
Rage.
Take them. You know you want to.
I did it last year. I will not do it again. I will take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Bucks go
Gage is
3
going
overall.
for all the marbles.
That was tough.
Gage either wants to be...
You ain't first or last.
That is who I was looking at.
What is the old saying?
Was it?
You either want to be biblically bad or...
There's 2 other teams
historically
in that
good.
division that are going to be
Historically
around
good
the
or
same.
biblically bad?
Well,
Yeah.
him picking the Bucs made it easier.
Yeah.
I'm not picking the Saints first.
That was the division I was trying to stay away from the most.
Because you
I
don't know
think-
where it's going to land.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Really?
there's 2 other teams that are going to be competing for that title.
Really?
Really.
Saints and...
Falcons.
You think the Falcons will have?
I think the Falcons
gonna have
are
a
a
bounce
deep
back
sleeper. They are a deep sleeper.
All right.
Their defense is healthy. Last year it was not from the
but
start.
that could last a game.
Yeah.
They were healthy this time last year, too. It took one game for them not to be healthy.
That's fair. That's a fair point, Star.
But their offense, all
At some
first-round
point,
picks.
A spade
Every
is
single
a
spot.
spade.
I'm going to go ahead and just take two of the easy picks here. I'm going to go the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going to take the losing Super Bowl NFC team, the 49ers.
Two solids.
What was the first pick? Sorry.
I took the Ravens.
Weird. You just picked the Steelers to win the division a couple weeks ago.
I did, yes. I'm hedging my bet. I didn't have money on the
Brandon
line for
is
that
clearly a man of conviction.
Very honorable.
All right, back to Gage's Rage.
I like to cheer for my team, so I'll take the Minnesota Vikings.
You.
I knew I could get them back in the second. Thank you.
Can still cheer for them. I'm here for you. I'm here for people.
Every time our team wins, you'll be rooting for me.
Two open divisions. Or are
We're
you
all
going
rooting
elsewhere,
for each
Scott?
other.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with this pick. I'm going to go. This is tough.
Can we add music in the background so people aren't listening to silence? Do we have the capabilities to do that?
We have the capabilities to do a lot of stuff, but
And if I have a
Cue
bunch of
music.
CDs in my car too, so if it's about owning the music, I already bought those.
I'm gonna go with this pick. I'm gonna go Buffalo Bills.
The Bills.
crazy.
All right. Now I'm back to back.
Hold on. What music do you have in your car?
I got Elton John, Greatest Hits. I got REO Speedwagon, Greatest Hits. I got every Little River Band CD that is ever made.
We got music, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
What's Elton John's most famous song?
I would say it's either Rocket Man or Tiny Dancer. I prefer Tiny Dancer. I think it's one of the greatest songs of all time, if not the greatest song of all time.
That's a bold statement.
True.
Better than Country Roads?
Yeah.
Didn't Elton John sing Crocodile Rock too?
Yes.
That's a good song too.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
He's a good composer. I'm going to take the Saints for my first pick.
That's your second pick.
Nope.
Well, I get
Well,
two in a
second,
row,
yeah.
is what I'm saying.
One.
No, for sure your second pick was the
Yeah,
Saints.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're in round 2.
Now it's round 3.
So is this
Your
his
third
first
pick?
And beginning round 3, Star Lamar. Who is he going to take?
I'm
Who's the
going
first pick
to
of this round?
take the Seahawks.
That you fucking son of a bitch.
Would you take the Seattle Seahawks?
Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. There's still a division wide open.
Yeah.
That's they're in my top 3 hated NFC teams.
Those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know why?
They're 2 and 3.
Because they win.
I was really hoping you were going to
No.
overlook Seattle. With my pick, I am going to go
Rocket Man!
I'm starting to wonder if you've ever heard of Rocket Man before.
Man!
I don't think so.
Play it
You know
for me.
what?
I don't know if I've ever heard it before.
I'm going to put my money where my fucking mouth is.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
And I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts.
Interesting stuff.
Phew. Wow. All right.
After that development, Gage's Rage is going to take the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, well, that makes it easy. All right.
I was really hoping I could wait for that pick.
On the bright side, I'm not going to end up with the Jags. Sorry, Tyler. I'll take the Texans.
All right.
And that leaves me...
Minshew Magic. I think I had them last year, too.
You did.
So I have one out of the West. North. So what am I on? Pick 4?
Brandon has the AFC North selected, the NFC West, and the AFC South.
No, this is the first pick in the 4th round.
And this is round 4, pick 1.
How about we go ahead and I'll just go. Fuck it. Give me the Falcons.
And that
Dang.
gives the Panthers to Scott.
Wait a minute.
See, now this is the interesting thing.
This is what we should do. Should we do when there's only one left, they just automatically get filled in, so you don't have to waste a pick on them at some point? Or do we want to...
That's just your team. You still get your picks.
Yeah.
So then you get automatically Jacksonville put in for you.
It's an advantage.
But
later
it's
on.
not my pick.
Yeah.
But
I still get my picks when they come up.
But I'm going to put them on your team right now.
Yeah, I already have me in Jacksonville.
I
Perfect.
vote that his next pick should be Jacksonville.
No.
And he loses his round 4 pick.
And then that gives
could
me
be some good
Draft better.
strategy.
Just to fuck Scott out of his
Say,
next
you
5
pick
picks.
next. I can make your pick for you if I want.
Wait, who does that give me?
Panthers.
Why?
Teddy B and Christian McCaffrey.
Why? I don't fucking want them.
Nobody does.
No, you have
That's why nobody
C-Mac
picked
on your
him.
guillotine league. Everyone
Who the
knows.
fuck? Why did you guys not ask me who I want when you thought about drafting your fucking teams?
All right, with Gage's Rage, 4th pick in the NFL draft.
God,
They make my fucking teams look a lot worse. All right, Gage, you're up.
I'm going to take the... It's basically who do I not want to get stuck with at this point. And I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh,
That's a snipe. That's a snipe. I like that.
yeah, that's where I was looking.
I like that one quite a bit.
Scooter.
With my pick, I'm going to go.
I get stuck with Washington.
I don't mind Washington football team. They're at least 2 wins with the whole Ron Rivera deal.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's also where I was looking.
I don't want to get stuck with the other 2 teams in that division, being I already got stuck with Carolina.
I am going to go with the Cleveland Browns.
Grody.
And 4.
Wait, who does that stick fucking Gage with?
The Bengals.
Yes.
Hey, I did pick them week 1. I had them
4.
winning.
All right.
The What Is He Smoking pick of the week. Star Lamar is taking the Green Bay Packers.
Oh!
Are you fucking kidding me? I bet on you not taking them. You clearly are not a man of conviction. When there is money on the line, you cave like a bitch.
I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, so I'm hedging that with the Green Bay
We have
Packers.
started over fantasy football leagues because you drafted a Packers player.
You know
Let
what?
alone picking them.
And you willingly just picked the Packers. to
2020
represent you
is fucked.
over an entire NFL season.
Where is
start.
Star and
Hey.
what have you done with him?
I did it. It's me.
You know what, Star? That is fucking not acceptable.
No one believes you right now.
All right, so you just fucking did it. You just fucking did it. Hell
And
just froze over.
I have one position.
You just
left.
froze fucking hell over.
I did. 2020 did it to me. This
my.
year's been wearing on people.
Oh, shit.
Was there an actual bet? Or you were just in your head betting that,
He was-
that was
No,
gonna be
I was
available?
saying if I
He's
take
gonna make the
Pittsburgh
pick.
now, it'll flip back around for me to get Green Bay.
I was
And you
looking,
just fucked me.
looking at what was on the board. You know, I'm thinking about having kids within the next 10 to 15 years. I need to get my future set up.
Yes, this $150 will be
Will
a
go a
fucking
long
great
way.
start. That will
Yeah.
pay out in 17
If I
weeks.
put it into an annuity, making over 10% a year, doubles every 7 years.
Okay, so who can I even pick if I wanted
So what
to?
does that put you at?
I don't know. You can go with the Lions or the Bears. You can go with the Cards or the Rams. You can go with
That's about it.
the Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. So you can look at it as you pick an AFC West team, you leave the board open, you pick any of the other ones, you're forcing a team onto someone else.
Yeah, but I don't really want to waste a pick right now on those fucking teams. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Chicago Bears.
Fuck yes.
Detroit. Come home, baby. I'll take AP.
You're not fucking up. Oh yeah, you are. You automatically get him. I'm sorry. I'm so flustered right now because he fucked my plan up.
Gage's rage pick.
You just type words in.
All right, I'll shut
we'll
up.
run this
I'll
show.
shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
And very, very convincing here, but I'm going to have to take the LA Chargers. Give me my bolts.
Does that leave me with the team?
Nope.
Nope, that's still got 2 options in it.
Broncos, Raiders.
Yep. I can't believe Gage just picked the lowest fucking team that's going to get the least amount of wins in the NFL this year.
I'll make a separate $50 side bet
Go
with you.
fuck yourself.
They're not the worst team. That would be a very.
Oh,
easy
you
bet
want
to
fucking
win.
1 to 32 odds, huh?
No, I just...
It's straight up bet $50.
Straight up 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50.
Go fuck yourself.
Gage
Brandon,
doesn't
make your pick.
do odds.
Gage doesn't do much that's not very favorable to him.
So I have three teams left, right? So
Brandon
essentially-
has a team in the AFC North.
No,
He has
what
a
do I
team-
have left? I don't care about what I
You
have.
have AFC West,
So you have NFC
AFC
East and NFC East.
and NFC East.
Okay. That's all we had to say, guys.
Well, if you just fucking kept track of
Just
your own
pick a-
shit.
I don't. I'm not writing anything down. I'm just going to win it like last year.
Here, there's the team.
No, I know what's left.
From the look on your face, you're hardly even thinking right now.
I will.
He was probably hoping the Packers were going to fall.
How?
down.
What is?
We were all banking on that.
He's not going to touch him. Hey, I'll
I'm
trade.
just gonna get him. I will go ahead and give me the Denver Broncos.
Which leaves the Raiders for Scott.
Which is who he wanted.
Yeah, it is.
And then, has anybody taken the Patriots yet?
Nope.
Give them to me. Bill is good for 9 wins just on coaching alone.
Yeah, okay.
So coming back to me, that would leave the Dolphins, Jets, or the Rams, Cardinals.
Oh, man. I know what I would do. I would trade me. I will.
What's your offer?
You give me. Oh, no. I
No
already
trades. No trades yet.
Yeah, because Scott can't make a trade first.
Well, I want trades to be available because I don't like the fucking teams that I picked, okay?
I know the line says it's a bad choice, but I'm going to take the Cardinals over the Rams.
That's what I would have done.
Because you get the Rams then?
No, I get the Rams.
I have the Niners.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how divisions work.
So that gives me the Rams.
I understand teams and names.
It's not a bad fall team.
No, I would have actually just drafted them right now if I had the ability. They're the best team of the rest of them on paper.
On paper, yeah, but they play on a field, not paper.
I think I'm actually dicked.
Since
Yeah, I
when?
don't think you can pick.
Yeah,
It goes to me.
you.
All right, so I
Who
get
you
to
gonna leave
choose
me with?
between the Jets or the Dolphins or the Redskins and G-Men.
Washington
And it's
football
back to
team.
back. You actually pick them both.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Fuck yeah. So I get the Jets.
Jets to Gage. And now
That's what I
it's
wanted.
between... Oh, I get to pick both. That's right. Fuck all y'all. Get a grip. I'm going to take the G-Men.
I wanted the Washington football team because I think with all the distractions they have right now, that they're at least going to get 3 wins.
And that will be a whole 2 wins less than their NFL odds.
And there we have it.
Fuck yeah.
You know, if you guys just really quick do what you do best and spew bullshit for a little bit, I'll give everybody the projected win totals for the year based on Vegas for each team.
All right, so going into Thursday night, we got Houston versus the Chiefs. Houston got rid of their biggest star outside of Deshaun Watson, who just got a new contract, by the way.
Watson
Nice.
did.
Big
yeah.
one, yeah. But they brought in 2 people who were big names a couple years ago, in Cooks and Johnson.
Yep.
Who is going to have more an effect on Thursday night's game between the 2 of them?
I would say Cooks.
You think so?
I think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think it's going to be a ground and pound game. I think it's going to be Deshaun and Mahomes going at it. So I think it's going to be a lot of passing.
History would say that that's normally how they play each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been more than one game, but the one game I can remember was a shootout.
Was this playoffs last year?
No, in Mexico City.
Yeah, regular season last year.
Okay,
This is the future battle.
Yeah, they played in the playoffs, and then it was a 24-point comeback or whatever the Chiefs had.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a revenge game. I don't think that Texans are going to win, but I think they're going to go in with a grudge. Plus, it's
David Johnson could have 150 yards receiving.
I think David Johnson is sitting on a monster game, personally.
You have to. He's on all of your teams, everywhere.
He's not on all my teams everywhere. He's actually only on one team.
Everywhere.
So, that's actually not even playing this year. So
You think David Johnson will have the bigger impact of the new player?
Will Fuller is going to be the receiver, but I don't know about Cooks.
He's good for like 2-3 big games a year.
I think this year might be a little different.
This is the breakout Will Fuller year?
Sure, I'm calling it. The breakout Will Fuller
When
year.
did he came out? The same year as Treadwell, right?
He's going into his fifth season.
So, I mean, it happened later for Devontae Parker. You can never really count him out. I think this is Treadwell's breakout year, too, though. So, all right, Scott, you got it?
Okay. All right, with that.
I have the projected win totals for the year for each team, which we will give you right after this commercial break.
Oh, great timing.
I think we've been hitting the commercial breaks lately.
Scott has been hitting them, but he doesn't edit out this part of it. And we're back!
And we're back, ready to give you the win totals. Coming in last for win totals based on the Vegas lines for the year is Gage's Rage at 64.
Too bad you don't hit it.
Coming in...
Do you want to bet I don't hit it?
You didn't hit it last year.
That was a game under.
Coming in, tied for second to last for the Vegas win totals for the year.
64.5.
At 65.5 is Brandon and Star Lamar. Coming in at third from last. Actually, fourth, technically, because there's four of us. I'm not good at math. Is me at 67.5. Now, if I was a betting man, I would bet on me to not hit that number because that's a lot of fucking wins.
67.5?
Yeah.
Did you just not get any of the bottom feeders?
That's correct. I didn't get any of the 5s or the 6.5s. My
Well, and
lowest,
the Rams
my lowest
dropped
win
to 'em.
total is 7.5 for the Raiders. Sorry, that's a complete lie. I have the fucking second to last. I have the fucking Panthers, who are my fourth team because I got defaulted to them real early on.
They're going to do better than projected.
We'll see.
I'm high on the Panthers this year. Maybe
Speaking
not
of that,
playoffs,
Scott has 2 picks to make in the Guillotine League.
Speaking of that, should we talk about the... Or, no,
Should we save this for our second episode
we'll do that
of the week?
next. In other news, now that we got this accomplished and we already know who's going to win, reigning champ, there were some big paydays over this past weekend. I think we had 4 people that got big contracts.
Yep.
Right? Deshaun Watson was probably the biggest one. 4 years, $160 million with $111 guaranteed.
Whoa.
Which is probably the wheelhouse Dak's going to get if he gets extended.
Dak's got to get that.
Yeah.
I would say
That's
so.
probably the contract they're going to base Dak off of.
Hell yeah, they will.
And not only that, Watson turns 25 in like 7 days. So next week, next Monday,
Damn.
he turns 25, which means by the time this contract is up, he'll be what, 29 years old?
Yeah.
Prime for another big contract?
Holy
Newly
shit.
29.
Exactly. Fresh on that season. Now, do you think this was a better route or Mahomes' route with the 10 years, $500 million? Where do you think the cap is going to be in 5 years?
5 years?
I mean, it's jumping right now.
It just keeps going up.
Exponentially. And then if quarterbacks were able to acquire like that separate cap or part of market share like they've been talking about in the last agreement,
Yep.
which I think is only a 3-year agreement.
I thought it was 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's to
For
2030.
the CBA.
Yeah.
It's not usually 10 years. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe the agreement won't matter, but I could see it working out well for Watson.
Do you think Mahomes ends up with more? Do you think Watson ends up with more? Or do you think it's a wash? Wash within, like 10 million
Over 10
contract
years.
wise?
Over
Who
the 10
knows,
years,
because a lot can happen in 4 years. What if he messes his knee up like Alex Smith? Then he doesn't get another contract. What if?
What if he wins 2 Super Bowls?
Look at Cam Newton. When he was 25 years old, you would have thought he's signing some huge contract by the time he was 29. Didn't really work out for him that way. So
It's true.
you never know that you're going to get that second big one. This might be your only big contract you're going to get.
I think that Watson has more potential, just with the way it's laid out. But I think Mahomes, obviously the guaranteed was at $400 million or something like that. Is that what it
That's
is?
a lot.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, that's generational money.
Another big contract, Tre'Davious White, cornerback of the Bills, 4 years, $69 million.
Nice.
There you go. Gage missed it.
Sorry, we must
Math
have been
and
throwing
numbers.
out fucking
69!
Scooter because he just drafted Watson in our.
$55 million
I had
guaranteed,
nothing else to pay.
so roughly around 17
just
and a
Highest
quarter.
paid.
You want to see a
cornerback in the
trash ass
league.
roster?
Is
Go
that
to
what
my
it
team.
is?
Yeah.
Huh?
Which he probably
You
deserves
guys,
it.
talk about your bullshit rosters.
Next podcast.
Exactly.
Sorry.
We're talking about important things here.
This is real football.
I'm sweating
Highest
bullets.
paid cornerback. is what
Highest
Stark
paid
said.
cornerback in the history of the league.
Oh, Tre'Davious White?
Tre'Davious White. And he's probably top 3 in the league right now, so it makes sense. Contract
yeah.
came up. He gets one of those deals.
Bills secured their man.
I like the contract for the Bills, for him, all around. I think it's a good deal. He's a good player. He's young.
Were the other ones extensions? A lot more big extensions or just signings?
Who was the Hayward for the
Oh,
Steelers?
Cam Hayward.
Was it Cam Hayward?
Yeah.
The
He
rusher?
just signed one.
He's DN.
Cameron Hayward. Let's see. I don't know. I don't have the numbers on that one, but I know he just signed a deal. It looks like he signed a 4-year, $65.6 million contract just the other day, giving him about 16.5 a year. I
That's
don't know
pretty
what's
sick.
guaranteed at this moment.
And
That's another big one.
Titans got some bum off the street, too. Finally. Jadeveon Clowney signs a contract.
Told you he signed.
Tennessee Titans, who your boy just picked in the NFL Pick'em?
Yeah.
Brandon did break the news before Clowney even knew he was going to do it.
I said Clowney signed a contract. I may have said with the Giants.
You did.
May have been a banner misread, an issue on my part. Okay.
Or just a not fucking read at all. Because
No.
the only thing that indicated Clowney was a fucking picture.
No, I didn't see a picture of him. I saw his name. His name was in the post.
Okay, well, what the fuck ever it was.
It was under the post.
I don't read no good.
I have no idea what you
I
guys
don't
talking
read no
about.
good.
Last week I
Brandon
broke the
spread some
news that
fucking fake news. Like
that
a newer
Clowney-
spreader.
Oh, is he the only one who spread fake news last week?
Not right away.
No,
like
I
a
did.
breaker,
yes,
the
Scott.
biggest free agent in the fucking league right now, signs a contract. No, just casually. Oh, the Giants picked up Jadeveon Clowney when he's going over the NFC East.
1-year deal worth like $17 million with incentives.
There was a first of its kind sign and trade deal in the works with Clowney that the Saints were trying. Did you guys read on this at all?
I saw the
I s-
headline.
I saw that it was either blocked or gonna be blocked.
Well, you
That's
talk
why.
about it.
So their Team X was not actually defined, but a lot of people believe it was the Browns because of the trade they made with Brock Osweiler. They've done things like this in the past. So what their thought was they were going to sign Clowney for about $15 million. They were going to eat at least $5 million of that themselves, trade a second-round pick to the Saints so that they could keep him under cap and send a player back with it. But the Browns, allegedly, didn't know if the league was going to allow it, so they kind of bailed on it last second. Titans swooped in and signed him. But that would have been kind of cool if that went through.
Kind of
Sign
sets a
and
bad
trades.
precedent, though.
I mean, you can play with that cap. What's illegal about that?
I guess if you're a team that's bad and you want draft capital,
You have money.
yeah, I guess I kind of get it.
That's you're
Use it to your
basically
advantage.
spending $5 million and buying a second-round pick.
Yeah, I suppose.
Plus, how are you going to get players like Clowney if he doesn't want to go play for you? Might as well use that money to your advantage. Otherwise, what does it do? Sit there?
Clowney would have been in on it completely. This wouldn't have been like, you traded me?
Right, he would have known
he
what the
would've
fuck
known
was
he
going to
was going
happen.
to
Cancel
the
that
Saints.
shit.
I guess I kind of get it because it's no different than like in the NBA selling a draft pick for cash.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Huh. I get it, I guess.
Yeah, so they didn't know if the NFL would allow it, so they kind of backed out and signed with the Titans, which I'm assuming he'll play outside linebacker. They're running a 3-4.
Yeah.
In Tennessee.
Yep.
I don't think that's the best position for him. I think he plays better with his hand on the ground.
He does.
But we'll see how they choose to use him. They got Vic Beasley, too, so.
He is a versatile player, though, Clowney is. You can do a lot with him.
When he
Vrabel's
took over
running the
for
team.
Watt and had his hand on the ground in a 3-4, I think he played better than when he was an outside linebacker.
Yeah, he did.
Vrabel's running the team. He'll use him the right way.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Not the $20+ million he thought he was going to get, multi-year deal.
No, but with the incentives, it's still about 17, right?
Yeah.
I think. So 12 guaranteed, right? Something like that?
Something like that. But he's waiting for his Aaron Donald contract or his
It wasn't
Khalil Mack
coming.
contract. No one was giving it to him.
Another big signing, Keenan Allen. 4 years, $80 million extension. Signed this weekend.
Holy shit. Locked up your boy.
So maybe not the top paid wide receiver for, the best wide receiver, at least in the AFC West. But whatever.
He
You just said
deserves it.
that over Tyreek Hill?
No, that's what Keenan
He
Allen
says.
said.
Oh,
In his
I'm
tweets.
with him. Hey, if you want an all-around guy, he's got the hands. He can run routes. He can do it all besides burn everyone on the field like Tyreek Hill.
Doesn't need to do that, though.
No,
He's a really good
he's just
route
better.
runner. It is pretty to watch.
It's good to see teams still spending money with the uncertainty of the cap and stuff like that.
Yeah. Good
They're
for
not
the league.
afraid.
It
to
really
spend
hasn't impacted players that are good from getting paid.
Mm-hmm. I thought it might, with them saying that the cap might go down for the first time next year and forever.
'Cause that's all based off of revenue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which with this year with no fans in the stands, there's a pretty good chance that it could go down. Unless Goodell freezes it and keeps it the same for a year.
Since it was such a unique circumstance.
Yeah, which is
created it.
possible.
Yeah, because you got to think, ticket sales, there's not merchandise being bought at the stadium, concessions, all of that's not, none of that's happening.
The majority of their money does come from TV contracts, though, with everything else included. The majority of the money comes from TV contracts.
Which you would expect. I know there's the boycotts going on, but with no fans being allowed in the stadiums.
Which some teams will have fans.
But a lot of those
Yeah,
players or
Capacity,
fans
25%, 10%.
will be home
whatever.
instead. watching
Yeah, but the thing
football
is,
games.
the teams that are having fans in the stadiums, even if it's 10,000, that's just making you lose less than you would have lost if you have 0. So it's just cutting your losses down by however many fans you have in the stadium.
Mhm.
Teams that have none are going to lose maximum possible dollar amount from losing concession stand purchases, jersey sales, all the shit that comes with going to the game. Teams that have 25% capacity, hypothetically, are only going to lose 75% of that revenue. Plus, you're still going to get the TV revenue, assuming you play every Sunday. Which I think we're all on board with saying the season will finish. There may be a pause for a week or something, but they will play the full season. Are we not all on board with that?
I think two of us were
Yeah,
on board with the whole thing
100%
happening about
from
a
the
month ago.
beginning. And I don't know, it sounds like there might be 2 other guys at the podcast today that might have
I
changed
feel
their
like you
mind.
two talked about this, and you were trying to steer this here.
Are you guys
I just feel like
wearing-
anything could happen. One bad outbreak of it.
What shoes
games
did you guys
get
wear here?
canceled.
Were they flip-flops?
I'm standing my ground. What are
Coming
you
from the
talking about,
fucking
flip-flop?
guy who just talked up, you are a fucking real winner, Brandon. Coming from the guy who literally just talked up the fucking Steelers, and then you just drafted under your own fucking free will the Baltimore Ravens. Talk about a flip-flopper.
What did I flip-flop on? I didn't say...
You said the Steelers are going to win the division.
That doesn't mean that I don't think the Ravens are going to win a lot of games.
You could have easily picked Pittsburgh. If you truly think Pittsburgh is going to win more games than Baltimore, you probably should have picked Pittsburgh.
If we do go and listen back, I believe I said that they could win the same amount of games.
Oh my god.
And that the Steelers win the tiebreaker.
Fucking
Now, if
so
we're getting on
political.
semantics...
I guess it is political season. Let's get real political here.
I'm just saying.
All right, if we want to get real political, it's about 4 weeks ago, you guys put percentage odds on the season happening. And it sounds like someone's odds have skyrocketed in the last few weeks.
I did at one point, probably about a month ago, say that the season was probably not going to finish. Yeah.
And I think, did I say 100% the season would complete all the way?
I know I did.
You're acting like it's a sure thing right now.
Yeah,
guys.
you are acting like it is.
It hasn't
It's not.
even started. We don't know what's going to happen week 6. We don't know what could happen
You don't.
with the social justice movement. The same way it happened in basketball, and have people go on strike because of it. Anything could happen in this league. This is a weird fucking year. I just picked the Packers. All right, anything can happen. Don't count your fucking chickens. I hope it happens, but I have a question based off of that. Say the season does come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Bowl city whether they can have fans or not, how boned are they going to get? That's supposed to bring in like $500 million in revenue to the city or some shit like that.
Oh, they're going to be
Dude,
very
it's-
fucked.
Well, it's in Florida. They don't give a shit about anything anyway.
Yeah, they're just
people
going to
are
say,
going
no,
there.
come
Hey,
on.
Full
Come in.
capacity. Come on,
You
motherfuckers.
think so? It will
Let's
be
go.
When
February.
did they
Maybe
pick-
something will happen by then where they feel comfortable filling it.
And
Guess
when
what?
did they
If people
pick?
are upset about it, cheap tickets to the Super Bowl. I'll go. I'm all in.
The Vikes will be there, so it'll be worth it.
I get to watch my team in the Super Bowl
When
in
did
Florida.
when did they pick Florida to be the host city?
They have it
They
like
pick
3
it-
years in
Yeah.
advance.
But
NFL knew.
I think we can all agree
Told
on
you.
this.
I said it from the beginning.
This is all
NFL
in.
set up
I said the
COVID.
NFL created COVID to destroy the other leagues.
We did just have a fight about whether the season will finish or not, but we can all agree that if the Vikings are in the Super Bowl and they decide to have full stadium capacity and you can get tickets for fairly reasonable, for the blue collar workers like us, I think we would all agree that we will risk COVID to go to that fucking game.
Who's COVID?
Never heard of her. Ah. That was
But
bad.
with that being said, let's get into our week 1 pick'ems.
No, we still have. I have a whole list of things here, guys.
That's
Are-
not
are
on
they-
the fucking sheet
hey,
for the week.
What,
Are they
what sheet are
factual,
you looking
though?
at?
My sheet that I have on my own personal drive that I populated.
Okay, well, it's different than this one that I'm looking
You
at.
guys just spoke
Leonard
different
Fournette
language
signed
to
with
me.
the Bucks. Not saying I called it, but I did call it. Gage.
This is, you know what? I already have the name for the fucking episode.
Brandon's right.
And hey, did you guys hear Alvin Kamara got traded to the Bears?
Fucking Scott.
That was a good fucking.
God,
That
I
was a
hate
good.
you so
Quit
much.
playing like that was a joke.
It was a joke.
No, you saw
Yes,
it on
was.
Instagram and you didn't realize that it was some account that makes
It wasn't
shit
on
up?
Instagram. It was on Twitter. First of all, bitch, and
Or
second of
whatever.
all,
You
I
didn't
texted
realize-
Brandon right away, and I was like, "That's a fucking. That did not. It's not true." I did. Did I not text you right away?
You did, but I'm pretty sure it was like, oh shit, that's not true.
No, it fucking was not.
It was, how fast did you delete it?
Super
I saw it was
fast.
posted. Who posted it?
I posted it.
Yo, you posted it.
I am
thought you
all
posted
about-
it
No,
and
I didn't
deleted
post
it. I
it.
was like,
Your first or your last. That's how it is. And, well, I had to delete it. Anyways, Fournette signed a 1-year deal with the Buccaneers. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's going to pay in the end of the year. I don't think the start of the year is going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a factor. It's Tampa Bay's team.
I think getting a legitimate runner there. I mean, he put up over 1,000 yards last year. Somebody who can pound the rock that can save Brady's arm. I think it's a good signing.
I thought
Yeah.
they had a stud runner in Ronald Jones.
Well, I mean, he's the next coming of Jesus, but he's not quite there yet.
And can't catch.
I'm on board with Fournette to Tampa. Does it potentially impact at all Godwin, Evans, and Gronk's fantasy value?
I think it impacts Evans' value. I think there's a couple red zone targets that are going to go towards the running back now.
Wouldn't that be Gronk's too then? Because Gronk's the red zone target.
Yep, I'm thinking more inside that 5-yard zone. I think Evans had something like 14 targets inside the 5.
Did LaShawn McCoy make the team?
He's still on
He
the
did.
roster.
Yes, he did.
And they cut Ogumbawale. Dare Ogumbawale.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you guys
Same
hear
thing.
LaShawn McCoy say Tom Brady's the best quarterback he's ever played with?
Yep. That's a little controversial.
Yeah. I mean, he did play with the quarterback last year by the name of Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he could be salty too because he was benched.
He did
Maybe.
say Mahomes a second.
Yeah.
Now, what's determining that for him?
I don't know.
Who the
Because
fuck knows?
he's
It's
practiced
LaShawn
with him
McCoy.
for a month.
In my opinion, he shouldn't even. His opinion shouldn't get headlines.
I mean, skill
played
wise,
with a lot
you
of
have
guys.
to say that Mahomes right now, skill wise, is far better than Brady. Just his ability to improvise, the way he can throw the ball. The only thing Brady probably
But-
has on him is just his game smarts.
Okay, you know
Is
what? I feel
Brady-
like this is turning into a Tom Brady hate segment, and I will have no part.
I
in it.
will have no part in this either. Is Brady better because he doesn't get stuck in those situations he has to improvise in? He reads the defense better. He plays quarterback position better than anyone else.
Patrick Mahomes just learned how to read a defense last year.
Yeah, he didn't even know what defenses were called, like Brett Favre.
I'm just saying, talent wise, Mahomes is better than Brady, especially at Brady's stage of his career right now.
Talent-wise, I agree. Patrick Mahomes has a better quarterback arm than Tom Brady probably ever will and ever has had.
So I'll
But-
disagree. Ted Bridgewater is the best quarterback in the league, and we'll just move on with this.
Can Brady play quarterback better than Patrick Mahomes?
Right
Is that
now,
a horrible...
Right,
now, I'd say no.
And that's what I'm going with. He's playing with Brady at 43 years old versus Mahomes at 24.
I think there's just differences in play style that for some players you would pick before you'd pick other players, but other people may have different opinions on it, you know?
All right, agree to disagree.
All right, move on your list.
All right, AP 1-year deal with the Lions.
Do we know what
No
the money
one
is on that?
cares.
Is that a minimum?
It's like 1.7 with ability
That's
to
your
make
minimum?
a little over 2. It's not minimum. It's decent money.
That's in the child support. Factor that in. He could probably,
He's pretty much paying the
Take
state.
home 6 figures, maybe.
Yeah.
He's pretty much paying his baby mamas just to play this year.
Yeah.
But whatever. More power to him. Personally, I'm for it. I think it's a good get for the Lions.
Kerryon Johnson likes it.
I don't know why he would. He has every reason not to.
He said, would it be weird if I asked to take a picture with him or something along those lines? So would it be too fanboy of me?
You should probably just try and beat him out for RB1 and carry on, but you don't have the killer instinct, so you won't.
Kerryon knows he ain't RB1 as soon as they drafted Swift.
AP's RB1. And then...
Do you see him? I saw a post saying he has the potential to pass Barry Sanders in a Lions uniform.
Oh, shit.
He needs over 1,000 yards to do that. Does he even sniff 1,000 yards this season?
Well, actually, there was a BudHole bet made over the weekend, I think, with me and Scott.
Didn't get to a bet.
Scott and I.
Are you sure?
It was talked about, but it wasn't bet.
Oh my god, you're such a pussy.
I'm serious. I did not
Don't
say
be a
bet.
Instantly, Scott puts the over-under on AP's carries at 112.5.
Yeah, I think that's a good over.
And I said I'd smash the over. I'd say name your price. I'd say
That's good.
a lot of things, but
The dollar amount was talked about, wasn't it?
I said $20, and I thought Scott agreed.
No, I'm not making the bet. I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet on 112.5. I don't like the number.
You
That I
set the
said.
number.
Don't like it.
You just agreed that you thought the number was good. You just said that like 25 seconds ago.
The 112.5 is a good number?
Yeah.
Smells like Chick-fil-A in here.
I don't think so.
So Scott's last
Smells like chicken
message
for sure.
was 20 on the 112.5 question mark. So there was no confirmation within the text. He was clarifying the bet. You said, I'd take the over. It ended. There was no confirmation.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious. It was not. Because you, earlier on in the thread, you had said, like, you put it at, like, 160 or 170 for carries.
Yeah, we were
So I was
texting
just trying to
quick,
figure
like-
out what the actual line was, what the number was, and then it never got anywhere.
Yeah, so I said he'd get like 170 carries. You said 112.5. I'd be like, let's smash the over on that. I think he'll get 170.
The 112.5 I said before you said the 160 or 170.
No. How did it come up in your guys' phones?
All right,
All right, next.
moving on.
I can't take
about-
the bet 'cause he's a pussy.
Your boy Josh McCown signing a 1-year deal with the Eagles, making $12,000 a week.
It's not. He's a practice squad player.
He's signed to the practice squad,
Yeah.
oldest practice squad player, used as the emergency quarterback. He's living in Dallas. He's staying away from the team just in case something were to happen, COVID related, and
Kinda
he needs to
smart.
come in.
It's not a terrible idea. And
It's a
they're
great
not
idea.
the only one who put an old. Brandon Carr made the Cowboys practice squad.
Really?
Yeah. So people are stashing these old guys, thinking in case something happens, we'd rather bring in a veteran who's played in this league before than try to upgrade a 21-year-old who doesn't really know our offense or defense.
What's the rules on the practice squad? I thought it had to be like 3 years or less.
I think you can only be on it for a certain amount of time.
Doesn't matter your age.
Apparently not, unless that was a new rule they put in here.
Okay.
I think that's only for this year they took away the restrictions on it because they need so many more players on roster.
Which makes sense. Okay.
Because I know that you can only be on it for 2 years or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was the entire time, too. Age didn't matter.
This
2 years
dog just came
maximum
right
of
up to me.
practice squad time.
The last 4 items, other big news I have. Josh Rosen cut. Not really big news.
Signed with the Bucks.
Yep, to their practice squad.
Okay, next.
Trubisky named week 1 starter.
All right,
over
next.
Foles.
But
Tyrod.
hopefully, really quick on that, I want to say, hopefully Trubisky's just good enough for them to pay him a lot of money over a short term so that he's still in the fold for
Blake
them.
Bortles style.
Yeah. All right, next headline.
Plays just good enough to get second place. Lose out. Wild
Pretty
card
much.
Weekend.
Yeah. You know, kind of like a Tannehill type season from last year.
Tannehill isn't bad.
Tyrod Taylor named Week 1 starter for the Chargers.
All right, next.
Surprises no one.
And then
Okay, how long
Fitzmagic
before-
gets the nod Week 1.
That was the one that I was going to say. Should Fitzmagic have gotten it over Tua? Probably.
Yeah. Right now.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think if you draft a quarterback in the first round, 9 out of 10 times he should be starting.
So then we would all agree that Herbert should have definitely been named the starter over Tyrod.
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Herbert should have been named the starter because I personally think the Chargers roster is good enough to overcome the first 3 or 4 weeks of lumps from Herbert to where by mid-season he could have enough snaps under him to potentially be an asset to the team.
The idea of starting a first-round quarterback right away is new. That's like Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, Sam Bradford. Those were the first quarterbacks that came into the league that they just threw to the wolves and started.
What about Mike Vick?
He's an anomaly.
What about
Big
Carson
Ben?
Palmer?
Eli Manning? Phillip Rivers?
Eli Manning didn't
Number
start
one
immediately.
pick.
Steve Aaron
Phillip
McNair?
Rivers didn't start immediately.
Peyton Manning?
Drew Brees did. But Peyton Manning sucked his first year.
What about Eli
And they
Manning?
rolled
Well, that's
out
how you
with
work
them.
out kinks. And he ended
Eli
up being
Manning
one of the
didn't
greatest
immediately
quarterbacks
start.
of all time.
These guys were also top 10.
Who started in front
What
of
about
Eli
Russell
Manning?
Wilson?
I'll look it up. Russell Wilson wasn't drafted in the first round. And he was after those people that I talked about.
Wait, Russell Wilson wasn't drafted in the first round? He kind of plays like he was.
Dak doesn't.
Oh, what a fucking cheap shot. He looks right at Gage, too. I love it.
What? He was, like a 3rd round pick?
Dak?
Yeah.
He was fourth.
Dak was a 4.
I think he was 4th.
I think he was a 3rd.
Your boy knows draft knowledge, so.
Well, we should ask the fucking draft encyclopedia, Star Lamar. Star Lamar, was Dak Prescott a 3rd or 4th round pick?
4th.
Boom, bitch. Boom.
There we go. See, you don't even fucking have to
Don't
Google
even
it.
question me. This episode is named Brandon is Right.
In his own words, comma, Brandon is right. That's the name of the episode.
Quoted by Brandon.
As long as it makes it. Did you find who was starting over Eli?
Nope, I'm on his Wikipedia.
Or better yet,
now.
Brandon is right, comma, just ask him.
Oh, River. Even better. Rivers didn't start because Breeze was starting, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I throw out names, and if some stick, they stick. If they don't, they don't.
What about Blake Bortles?
And we forget.
He was after.
We're
He was
talking.
in that generation where they thought throw him to the wolves. But what about
RG3?
What about Patrick Mahomes?
Here's the matter of fact.
That's
though.
fair. That's a fair point.
What about Aaron Rodgers?
Herbert
that's a
is
fair
not
point,
the
too.
starter, and he should not be.
You're
Tyrod
high
Taylor.
on Herbert, too.
I drafted him. I'm
You
still.
do like him. Gage is kind of the best one here to talk about him because Starr has a bias towards Tyrod Taylor. I have a bias
Warner.
towards good quarterbacking,
Kurt
which I
Warner
think
was
Herbert has a
undrafted.
chance. I know Tyrod Taylor
he was
can't.
the
Yes, I
Giants
think-
quarterback when they drafted Eli.
He was on the Giants, huh?
I think Herbert
All right, so a
is
couple
going to
stuff.
be the long-term starter for this team, but it's Tyrod's game to lose. So if they go off to a horrible start, you see Tyrod come in. If Tyrod is doing good things and they're 6-2 by week 8, he's gonna stick in.
That's fair.
Is Tyrod the best guy for him to sit behind to learn?
They both got that quiet confidence.
Tyrod's actually kind of good because his play style's similar to Herbert's.
Yeah,
Mobile.
On Hard Knocks, he has his highs and his lows. And some days he comes out and practices and looks like, oh yeah, you got to start the kid. Some days it's like, there's a reason we're starting Tyrod.
You got to remember,
His
Herbert.
decision-making isn't there yet. He doesn't know the entire playbook when he's in
Yeah.
the huddle.
The thing you got to remember with Herbert is where he comes from is not exactly a pro-ready college system. It's there's a big time learning curve, and that was the thing with Mahomes too.
Where is he
Mahomes
from?
with the air raid Texas Tech offense was not a pro-ready offense.
They don't take snaps under center.
Right.
Majority of these quarterbacks that come out have never taken a snap under center.
Right.
and you get
Yeah,
to
it's
see
college
Through
the
high
football.
school.
Yeah.
you get to see NFL film. You get to prep for a year. You get to be ready for it.
No preseason. We're not taking that into account.
Yeah,
You can't put them in game action. You have no idea what they're going to look like in a game. If we had preseason football, both those guys might have had the opportunity to earn that job, but you didn't. You were practicing.
and when you're talking about quarterbacks to fall behind on and learn from, you'd want a guy that's Tyrod Taylor or Brett Favre, where they'll make mistakes and you can actually learn stuff through their mistakes. I'm
You
not
just
saying
compare
Tyrod
Tyrod
and Brett
Taylor to Brett
are the
Favre.
same caliber guy, but
Okay.
Tyrod is a player that will make mistakes
No way, really?
on Sundays, and they can both go into the film room and learn from those mistakes. Where if you're sitting behind a guy like Peyton Manning, you don't really get to learn from Peyton Manning's mistakes because he doesn't make as many as Tyrod will.
Why isn't Jordan Love starting? He's a first-round quarterback.
The Packers are idiots. That's why.
Ask yourself, you picked him on your NFL team.
He should be starting. He's a first-round quarterback. You don't draft a first-round quarterback if you're not going to start him.
All right, let's ask the fucking guy here that drafted that team what he would do based on trying to get the most wins for his team in the yearly pick'em. Starlamar, do you think the Packers have a better chance of getting the most possible wins they could get with Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love this year?
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, good. That's fair.
But I think Jordan Love was a bad pick.
I do too.
So I think that's a bad example. Do you think that the Chargers have a better chance to get more wins with Herbert or Tyrod?
Tyrod for the first 8 games. And then Herbert starts.
This is the difference, Brandon. This
What
is
about-
the big difference here. Those two are just looking... Those two are almost betting on Herbert being really, really bad right out of the gate. That's what they're betting on. They're betting that Tyrod Taylor is not going to be as bad as Herbert could be right out of the gate.
You get 8 games. Maybe he gets a little game action depending on if they're winning or losing bad.
Whereas
For the end of a quarter.
Brandon and I look at it like there's probably a decent chance that Herbert's ceiling and what he could grow into is better than what Tyrod's ceiling is. Because Tyrod's ceiling is nothing spectacular.
Not anymore.
Right.
I would say they're top 10 picks. If it's a toss-up between your veteran starting quarterback that isn't going anywhere for your franchise, especially with like Fitzmagic, I would even argue Tyrod, or your backup, and you're at a coin flip, or your rookie, sorry, I would start the rookie.
You don't want to mess with these guys' mentals, and they got to take care of their chickens.
Yeah.
This is a coach trying to take care of their players' chickens. Because if they throw them in there week 1 through week 8, and the offensive line hasn't figured shit out yet, so they're allowing defenses to come through and blitz. Guy throws a bunch of interceptions, fumbles the ball a lot, gets sacked a lot. Look at fucking David Carr. That dude's career was ruined by throwing him to the Wolves in his year 1.
Peyton Manning was thrown to the Wolves, and he thrived.
There's one
Not
out of
year
every...
one.
No, but he had a terrible year.
Not everyone has the same mentality as Peyton Manning.
And there's there's only 1 out of every 100 that turn into Peyton Manning. You can think of 100 more examples of guys that don't make it out, they fizzle out, and they never have any sort of potential based off how they were drafted.
Josh
so
Freeman.
You're saying first-round picks that end up fizzling
Jake
out?
Locker.
We've done this
Gabbert.
before.
I could probably list off a ton.
You could probably list off 10 from the Oakland Raiders and Cleveland Browns
Marcus
alone.
Russell.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
I'm not
Johnny
saying they're all
Manziel.
great, but you don't find that out if you don't start them.
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, but
here's the deal.
Could they have been if they would have stayed and learned and did play?
Josh
differently?
Rosen.
And at the end of the day, there is real people who are
Christian
making
Ponder.
these decisions that are actually trying to win games and have a career in the NFL.
Oh, I got a good one. Pick me. Mitchell Trubisky.
They traded up and picked him 8 picks ahead of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but at that time, people didn't know Mahomes was going to be.
Did Patrick
What was
Mahomes
the
play
worst
his
pick?
first season?
He did not.
Trubisky at 2.
Oh, why? He was top
Fournette
10
at 4.
pick. Why didn't Patrick Mahomes play his first season?
They had the GOAT Alex Smith on the team.
We can agree that Alex Smith's ceiling is not where Patrick Mahomes' ceiling is. So why are they wasting time?
Come on, boys, defend that one.
They did trade up for him to get him.
All right, we're getting in the weeds a little bit. Let's get back on track.
Which adds more value, which is why he should have played.
This is the beauty of this argument.
It was a matter of not missing out on.
It can all
more
be
so than
solved
needing to
in the
start a
first few
quarterback.
weeks when
Oh my
Tyrod
God.
Taylor starts and he's really bad and Herbert comes in and lights it up and I'm vindicated, okay? Brandon's going to be vindicated. I'm going to be vindicated. It's going to be great. Nope, there is no
years
war.
of vindication
Nope, no
will
war.
happen, and Gage's Tyrod is this year's Tannehill. Vindication will happen.
All right, Gage, hit me with it. Tyrod Taylor is...
He isn't bad.
Brett
All
Favre.
right, there we go. That's the wrap on that part of it. Quick commercial break, and then we'll get into our weekly pick'em. Or does Brandon have something to say before it?
Tua or Fitzmagic? Who'd you rather start week 1?
Fitzmagic. 2 as a rookie.
Definitely, I would
Doesn't know
rather pick Fitzmagic. Fitzmagic's ceiling's high. He's shown he can ball out.
shit. 5 tutties and 400 yards.
Assuming Tua is healthy.
Assuming 2 is healthy, I think I'd give him the nod over Herbert. Herbert's learning curve.
Let's not go back to Herbert.
Harder than Tua.
It's a one-way street away from Herbert.
We closed the book on that.
As a GM, I would be more likely to start Tua over Herbert.
Okay.
I would be too, but I like Tua a lot more than Herbert.
And then Burrow, and assuming they kept Andy Dalton.
I would
They
rather
traded Dalton for
start.
Rizzo.
Assuming they had kept Dalton. Because
I
now, who's their backup?
I would
You know,
rather
and
start Burrow over Herbert. For sure.
We're getting away from Herbert.
My
Oh, sorry.
fucking brain hurts so much right now.
Where do you line if you draft a player that you have to start him if you pick him? Like, if you pick a quarterback at 101, do you have to start him?
I think it depends on who you have on
It
roster.
literally
Yeah.
depends on your team.
But
Like if
you're-
I draft Cam Newton and I have Jimmy Clausen on roster, I'm probably playing Cam Newton.
But if you're
I
picking,
forgot about Jimmy Clausen, the Notre Dame fucking dud.
assuming that
He
you
wasn't even good in college.
pick one and you don't trade up for it, you would argue that your quarterback on roster is not worth having, unless it was an injury.
So what if, look at the Cardinals situation. They took a quarterback at 10, earned the 1 pick, gave up on that guy and took a quarterback again.
Yeah.
So what you said, if you're top 10 pick, you should play. So that dude got completely fucked by his organization within a year.
No. You want to know what happened was the Cardinals realized in a matter of 1 year that Josh Rosen was not the fucking answer. And they had vindication very early on that they were going to be drafting a quarterback with that first
They
pick.
got a new coaching staff and everything.
Yeah, but everybody knew
So
Josh
that
Rosen.
decision ended up being that guy's last decision on a pro team.
Yeah, but they also got clarification.
Rosen didn't start right away. Bradford started
That's true. Rosen didn't start till like
week
I don't
7 or 8,
whatever the
something
week
like
was.
that. Yeah.
I don't know.
If I draft a
I don't think
quarterback
there's any
high,
set
he's
rules.
playing.
There's no set rule.
there is no set rules.
Play them when they're ready. You can draft off potential. It doesn't matter where you're drafting them. If you see him turning into Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was a late riser in that draft. It was a surprise that he went as high as he did. They saw it in him. They drafted him. He's the best quarterback in the league.
I'll move this into blackjack scenarios.
Stars fucking Mike just fell.
It doesn't matter if it's your last 2 gyps. If you got an 11 against a 6, you have to play the cards, not your money. You gotta play your situation, not your draft pick.
Of all the analogies, I feel like the only right analogy that Gage ever makes is when it's gambling related.
Well, there's that.
Otherwise, he compares Tyrod Taylor to Brett Favre.
I didn't compare the two. I said they have learning mistakes that you could easily learn from.
And why
After-
can't they be compared? He's not saying they're the same. You can compare them. That's why I don't like apples to oranges.
And that's why I don't like stats.
One is citrusy, one is sweet. The textures are there. You can compare things that aren't the same.
Best fruit.
Brett Favre,
No,
This
best
is
fruit.
off the
legend.
rails.
You can compare them though. You don't have to say they're the same.
I'll
Ultimate
take the
fruit.
blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry. Is that a fruit?
I don't know.
It's a
The
flavor.
flavor's
It's a
the
color.
bombest, though.
It's a Jolly Rancher.
This is completely off the rails right now.
I'll go.
This is not the bit.
I fucking love blue raspberry shit. So fuck you, Scott.
I'm
Well,
more
that's
cherry
fair.
guy.
Like you're talking ices at the movie theater. I'm going blue raspberry over cherry all
mixed,
day.
dude.
Well, mix would be the way to go. But if you got to pick one or the other, blue raspberry,
White cherry just ain't it.
True.
white cherry.
I
Just
still
ain't
get it mixed if it's white cherry,
Hmm.
but red cherry's better. All right, what's next, Brandon?
Well, I was going best fruit.
I think we're having a commercial break
Overall.
next.
Ooh,
All right, we're
Would
gonna
you
go
go
to.
apples, oranges,
no,
bananas?
no. I'd probably go
Cherries?
blackberries, raspberries, watermelon. I only like apples in fall.
But if you're thinking of overall,
I'll take a strawberry. anytime.
overall, really, you like strawberries?
Mhm.
I'd say overall, bananas have a good flavor, easy to peel, not a lot of mess.
You can put them on toast. You can put them in cereal. You can put them in smoothies.
Cover them on chocolate.
True. Put them on ice cream.
If I
Peanut
didn't
butter
know
sandwiches?
better,
I'll
I
go
would
back to blue
swear.
raspberry.
If I didn't know better, I would swear this was June 23rd, and that the NFL season was not 3 days away.
And this wasn't our NFL episode. This is the bit episode.
Sounds like someone's a little salty about is not liking fruit.
Did someone put
Poisoned
Bals-
apple in your lunch.
balsamic?
Balsamic vinegar on your
Strawberry?
strawberries.
No, nobody.
All
Somebody
right.
piss in your cornflakes.
No, I don't like cornflakes.
Really?
What about with
Frosted
banana on
cornflakes?
I like frosted cornflakes, but
it?
not
Called
regular
frosted
cornflakes.
flakes.
Yeah, but they're cornflakes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
No.
They're okay.
What about cornflakes in like the cheesy potato meal for Thanksgiving? You ever had that? Those
Oh,
are
I'm
solid.
fucking in on that. Of course, I'm in on that.
The crunch.
That's a go. Yeah.
I love crunch in my food.
I do too. I'm a crunch guy.
Crunch is good.
That's the same thing where it's like a fucking pulled pork sandwich is better with potato chips on top.
Or like a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any sandwich.
Peanut
Yeah.
butter sandwich.
sandwiches. Peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter jelly, sorry.
I mean, do you
With
crunchy peanut
potato
butter
Fuck yeah, you
or
never did that?
smooth peanut butter?
I'm
Yes.
generally smooth peanut butter, but I don't
I-
shy away from
Anti-crunch.
peanut butter.
I tried a meal last night.
For us all being like, oh, we love crunch. None of us like crunch peanut
It's all
butter.
smooth.
I know.
Bunch
I
of
have,
fucking hypocrites in this
I
room.
have crunchy peanut butter. Last night, I tried smoked peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my smoker. Terrible.
How long?
Mistakes were
That sounds
made.
like a waste of
What
smoker
internal
time.
temperature did you cook it to?
Until the bacon looked done on the outside, but it definitely was not done.
There's bacon in there?
Bacon, peanut butter, and jelly
I-
sandwich?
How was that
wrapped it.
fucked up?
I wrapped it, and the bacon didn't cook long enough, and I didn't put it back on because it was late and I was lazy,
And who
It
likes
was
crispy
soggy.
bacon?
and it was gross. You like crispy bacon?
Fuck no.
I like crisp.
Crispy
I agree
bacon.
about bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
I mean,
I
you
mean-
have to have some crisp on it, but not burnt too crisp.
I didn't
guess
say
if
charred.
If you pick it up and you can like flick your wrist and it comes apart, it's overcooked.
I didn't
You
say
want a
charred.
flop to it, a little flaccid bacon.
Flass is the right word. I will say a little bit stiffer than the way Scott makes it because that was
And a little bit quicker.
sun cooked before.
It's hot outside.
It was 90.
That was not how I generally make bacon, right? That is an outlier, and I'm sorry that it happened.
Scott, I get it. This is the NFL episode. I know you want to talk about your bacon abilities.
Yeah,
but
can we
let's-
get back on
let's get
subject,
back.
Scott?
Come
After
on.
this commercial
The
break.
Chiefs play the Houston Texans.
In 3 days.
Shut
After
up.
this
Commercial
commercial
break, and we'll
break.
get into it, everybody. We'll be right back. I'm going to go blow my fucking brains out. And that's not getting cut. That will stay. All right, we're back at it. Time to get into our weekly pick of NFL Week 1. Here it is. We're going to do, first, we'll do the 3 games of the week, followed by our locks and long shots, which the lock of the week is the Vegas favorite that we think is an absolute lock. The long shot is the Vegas underdog that we think is going to make the upset. Game 1, Houston Texans at Kansas City Chiefs this Thursday night. Star Lamar, who do you got winning that game?
I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Roll
Gage's Rage. Who
with
do you
them.
got?
I'll take the Chiefs.
Brandon?
Same thing here.
And I'm going Chiefs as well. That's a clean sweep Thursday
Super
night.
Bowl champs. Bet it.
We're all going to be wearing our ketchup and mustard jerseys, baby. Chiefs all the way. Chiefs all the way. All right, game number 2. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Carolina Panthers. Gage's Rage, who do you got winning that game?
I am going to step outside of the grain here and take the favorite, the Oakland Raiders.
Would that be stepping
That would be
out
the
of
Las
grain?
Vegas Raiders.
Sorry, the Las
I'm going to go
Vegas
against what people think and pick the
Raiders.
favorite.
Brandon, who do you got?
I'm going to actually go against the grain and take the Panthers.
Oh, fine. B-Tech.
Star Lamar.
I think it's going to be a close one. Raiders seem to play well out the gate and then fizzle out. But I'm rolling with my boy Teddy on this and picking the Panthers.
There is a little bit of that uncertainty with the Panthers. With Matt Rule coming in, college coach, who knows what the hell they're going to bring out there. They got the dynamic players on offense. But I think I'm going to step outside of the grain here, go against the grain, and pick the Las Vegas Raiders to get the win.
I'd like to add, you should bet the mortgage because I don't know how many teams open a new stadium and lose.
Did you say at the Panthers?
It is in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's at Carolina. It's Las Vegas at Carolina.
I still stand behind my Las Vegas Raiders. Bet the mortgage.
You're standing outside the grain.
Swimming in the shit.
The third game and the last game for the 3 pick'em games is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints at 3:25 on Sunday afternoon. Brandon, who do you got?
It's Tampa Bay for a reason. Let's go. Buccaneers.
The Bucks roll. I will agree with that one.
And then there's Star Lamar and I, who are going with the other team.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints. I think it
First
might
win of the
take
year.
a couple weeks for
Go, 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 go.
Tampa to really figure it out. I mean, even the Patriots sometimes started slow out of the gates until they all got on the same page and figured it out. This team is brand new across the board. Yeah, it's going to take a couple weeks. I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints as well. Now to our locks and long shots. We will start with Brandon. Who do you got for your lock and long shot of the week?
So to clarify, Locke is a team that has like today a winning odds.
Yeah,
on
a
ESPN,
favorite team.
Favorite on ESPN, and the long shot is
An underdog.
against the grain, but supposed to lose.
You know, I did define that when we kicked off the segment here.
Did you? I wasn't
Yeah.
listening.
Of
Sorry.
course you
I
were.
only
You were just
listened
waiting to talk.
Yeah, I just wait for me. I'm going to take the Colts over the Jaguars as my lock, and the Bengals over the Chargers as my long shot.
Nice. I'll jump in next, and I will take the Minnesota Vikings as my lock of the week. And my long shot, this one is very long. I think it's maybe one of the longest ones of the week. I'm going to take the G-Men over the Steelers. I think they're at home, but still underdogs at home. So give me the G-Men.
Star Lamar, you want to go next or want me to?
I can go. My lock, I'm going the same direction as Brandon. I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts
Smart man.
over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are a dumpster fire at this moment. Who knows what kind of Minshew magic can take over? And then for my long shot, I'm taking the Chicago Bears over the Detroit Lions.
And for me, I'm going to take for my lock the Steelers over the Giants on Monday night. And for my long shot, I'm going to go Tennessee Titans over the Denver Broncos. That rounds out Week 1's BudHole Weekly Pickem. And we will now go into Star Lamar's new game that he's debuting. It is named something super crafty. Stars Game.
So this is Stars game. I don't know if it's going to be a multi-played game or just one off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to name a year and a jersey number, and between these three doofuses, they have to come up with the player. We'll keep track of points. I have a total of 10. If there's a tie, I'll make one up at the end so that we can have a winner. If they can't get it off of just the year and the jersey number, I do have a couple more clues. And we're going to start it off. I got, for the first one, 2010, number 32.
Toby Gerhart.
Toby Gerhart is correct. Brandon has 1 point.
Boom, attaboy,
I
Brandon.
wasn't even listening to half of it. I'm on the clock.
2007, number 19.
2007, number 19.
Mushin Muhammad.
Nope. Wide receiver.
Do I get to guess again?
I don't know.
we
I
haven't-
just made this up. Out of Arizona. No one?
Bernard
on.
Berrien?
Nope.
No, he was 87 or 81. Something like that.
Kind of same generation, though. If you think of who is his running mate.
Devin Aromashodu.
Nope.
Oh, that would have been a
I
good
think
guess,
he was
though.
19. Wasn't he?
He was, but
I'm trying to think if the guy
5,
came over from the...
4. He was the punt returner as well. 3, 2,
Corn Robinson.
1.
He was in the 80s.
Bobby Wade.
Bobby Wade.
Did he come from the
Corn
Titans?
Robinson wasn't in the 80s, was he? Number?
No. Oh, Corn Robinson was 18, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he had an 8.
Stars, he didn't play in the 80s.
2014, 73.
2000 and what?
14.
Matt Cleo?
Defensive tackle.
Sharif Floyd.
Sharif Floyd is correct. Brandon has 2 points.
Good lord. I didn't know he was 73. I don't
I
really.
think he changed his number. His original number was 73, and then
Okay.
it got changed after a couple seasons. All right, 2004, number 40.
Jimmy
Kleinsizer.
Kleinsizer.
Oh, God!
I think who won?
I don't
You
even
have to go back
know.
and review the tapes. I'm not sure.
Split a half point.
I feel like it was Gage. I think he got it off quicker.
I
He was
don't
definitely
even know.
louder. I'll give
He
him
was
that.
louder. He was
was
definitely
louder.
Maybe that's why I heard it first.
Well, in case of a tie, we'll go back.
Email
and
at
listen to
official BudHole. Let us know who won.
it. So we'll just go
At gmail.com.
potential 1 point apiece to these guys, 2 points to Brandon. 2018, 93.
Shamar Stephen.
Sheldon Richardson.
Sheldon Richardson is correct.
Just a machine over here. This dude he pays very close attention to numbers.
I'm on point today.
3 points for Brandon. 2012, 48.
Matt Asiata?
Matt Asiata is correct.
That a boy,
That's
Gage.
a good. That's a deep dive right there.
That's a good pull.
Asiata.
like that
He was
one,
a
I like that
touchdown
one.
machine.
Yeah,
he was.
I had
Vulture.
to dance for
3
every
tutties in one
Asiata
game?
touchdown.
What wasn't it? One game he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Stolen away from
multiple,
Yeah, just a stud.
like 2 or 3 2-touchdown games. too.
Okay.
All right, so 3 to 1-2 to
0-1.
2006. Number 5.
Chris Cluey.
Chris Cluey is correct.
Gage is nailing it. Gage is down.
Wow.
He's
I was
Wow.
thinking people were going to think quarterback.
I was thinking.
That's why
I was
going, right?
waiting long enough
Driven-
before
I
said
thought
mine.
Donovan McNabb right away, but I was like, that's too early.
All right. Could potentially be tied after the review. Or maybe Scott just gives
Scott,
it
give
to
me
you
the
since
point.
he's not
Slip
doing
in.
so well.
We'll see what the
We'll see
score
how
is
it
at the
ends.
end.
2013. Number 89.
Asante Shenko.
Tight end.
Oh, fuck.
Number 89. Out of Notre Dame.
Red Ellison. Damn it.
Spaeth.
No.
Out of Notre Dame.
2009. 2009.
13.
2013. Number 89.
Is it David Morgan?
No.
God, I should know this.
You know it. He didn't play here long. But there's a connection.
I can't believe I can't think of this right now.
Ring him up. Come on.
He played high school at Litchfield. I believe. That's like
John Carlson.
John Carlson
Yeah,
is
that's who it
correct.
was. That a boy.
2 S's?
It was at Litchfield. He
Yeah.
played. Yeah. And that was towards the end of his career.
It
When he
was.
came here.
Yep.
It didn't work out. He signed
No.
a decent deal.
I think
Concussion
so, yeah.
issues is what
Yeah.
ended his career.
4 to 3 to 1.
Okay, I'll give mine to Gage. Just to add a little
I
suspense to the
already
game.
did.
Yeah.
All right,
No more
2
slashes.
left. Brandon can put it away with this one. 2015. Number 12.
Percy Harvin.
2015?
2015.
We traded him by then.
Wide receiver.
2015.
Grand Valley State.
That helps me.
God, just
That
don't help
actually,
at all.
that just it hurt me. It hurt me.
You know he's a small school guy.
Son of a gun.
He had a pretty good connection with Teddy for this season.
Oh.
Gage is
I believe he signed with the Panthers.
Yeah. Shut up.
Come on, Gage. You tie it. Go to the last one. Last one's tough.
Count
not
John.
Jarius Wright.
Joe Webb.
Oh,
Number
Oh,
12.
he's a wide receiver.
5, 4, 3,
it's right. It's so stuck in my
2,
head.
1, 0. Charles Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
afro.
right. That's right.
He had the good year with Teddy.
Yep.
Everyone thought he was going to be a breakout star.
Yep.
Never came. So
That is so crazy how fucking years go by and players just
Could
fade
matter
away
so
into the
much.
abyss.
yeah.
This game
Yeah.
is a lot of fun, though.
This game is fucked.
Very
I can't
interesting.
think right now.
Yeah.
All right, this one's tough.
Yes.
2010, 54,
Aaron Henderson.
middle linebacker, South Carolina.
I can fucking. Can I get it if I give a last name?
Yeah.
Last name Brinkley.
Jasper Brinkley.
Jasper
Brinkley.
Brinkley.
That's yeah. I was
It's
thinking
correct.
Javon Brinkley, but I couldn't. Yeah. Okay.
Jasper Brinkley.
He's a fucking thumper. That's how I started thinking.
Was Lieber 53?
51.
Lieber was 51.
And Green
Aaron
Bay
Henderson was
52.
50.
Brandon wins the
57.
first ever Stars game.
And possibly the only ever.
Yeah, well, I could deep dive and get a ton of these.
Yeah,
but
we'll see. We'll see if there will ever be another one played. We'll see.
I'd like to thank Sidewalks for keeping me off the streets.
With that being said, Brandon, do you have a BudHole 5 for the week?
I do.
And not to cut you off again, which I just did, I know, but I would like to debut the standings. which we just went through.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Did the standings. I took a lot of time last week, like too much time, really, and put together BudHole 5 standings. Overall, since we started doing BudHole 5, points totals. Star Lamar is winning with 70 points in the BudHole 5. Gage's Rage is in second with 54, and I'm in third with 46. So Star has a 16-point advantage on both of us. Win totals. Star Lamar has 12 wins. I have 7. Gage has 6.
Oh, you got more wins with that many less points.
Scott's won a lot of 1
Oh,
and 2
yeah,
point
you've
games.
been gone.
I was gone for 4 BudHole 5s, I believe. But, nonetheless. With that being said, we will get into the BudHole 5 right now.
All right. Well, so the BudHole 5, when we go into tiebreaker this round, because I could only find, I believe it was 7, 8 answers. So for the tiebreaker round, it's going to be a little bit different, but everybody knows how to play. I'm going to explain it anyways. You have 30 seconds
35.
to name the top 5 in whatever category I give you. However you name them doesn't matter. Their order doesn't matter. You get a point for each answer. If there is a tiebreaker, we're going to have 20 seconds to go into a tiebreaker round, and you're going to have to name the next 2. And then if there's a tie after that, we'll guess until we get the third one. Just win it in the first round. We don't have to worry about it. All right, time starts once I get my stopwatch out. Give me, in the last 5 years, the number 1 finisher in fantasy football for PPR. So over the last 5 years, the number 1 overall finisher in fantasy football. This would be a great time to talk up our sponsor, Thrive Fantasy, where you can do daily prop bets against your friends. If you use promo code BUD, that is BUD, you will get an additional $20 for each $20 deposit made. There are 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Wow, this is greasy.
I did bad.
All right. Then we will start with Star Lamar.
So I have Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and then I have Adrian Peterson and Peyton Manning. But I think those were both longer than 5 years ago.
I will say this. I had Peterson and ended up crossing him out.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't think of anything that happened longer than 2 years ago. So,
Gage, you want to go next or me? Star Lamar, how many points did... Well,
You go
to the end.
next.
Yeah.
You go next.
we'll give point totals out.
You also crossed out Peterson. Who else did you have?
Okay, I had Christian McCaffrey,
Okay.
Lev Bell, Michael Thomas, Ezekiel Elliott, and I had Julio Jones.
Gage's Rage.
Okay, so you didn't have any quarterbacks.
For total points in PPR? No.
He said number 1 scorer.
Yeah.
Good. Yep.
In PPR,
Okay.
though.
Yep. So I had Lamar Jackson. I had Aaron Rodgers. I had Christian McCaffrey, Antonio Brown, and my sneaky sneak, David Johnson.
I love
We
the
have a
look he
winner?
gives. I
We
love the
have a
look he
winner?
gives. I love the look he gives us.
We have a winner.
It's a look of excitement and disappointment all at the same time. It's like
I think I know
greasy.
why.
Star Lamar is sitting at 12 wins total. He did not advance this week. Star got 1 correct. Christian McCaffrey.
I didn't say Christian McCaffrey.
You said Lamar.
Who'd you say?
I got 0. I said Lamar
Lamar,
Jackson,
Patty.
Patrick Mahomes,
He
Peyton
got
Manning,
Patrick
and
Mahomes.
Adrian
He
Peterson.
did get Patrick Mahomes.
He got Patrick Mahomes.
Lamar.
Gage. You are tied with Scott in win totals. Gage won 2 to 1.
yeah.
Scott got Christian McCaffrey correct. I don't understand Gage's reasoning because C-Mac's best year was last year, and so was Lamar Jackson. But somehow he ended up getting Christian McCaffrey.
Cover my losses.
He was number 1 last year.
Yep.
Then it went Mahomes, Todd Gurley, David Johnson, and Cam Newton.
DJ. Hell yeah.
Okay,
Cameron-
so Gage wins with 2.
Peyton Manning he was in the next 5, and so was AP.
I just couldn't think of what happened before
Did
2
you
years
do that
ago.
research in our bet?
We had a BudHole bet. Should we talk about it quick before?
Yeah, heck yeah, let's talk about it. Really quick, though, before we give the BudHole bet, make sure to head over to Thrive Fantasy for this football weekend coming up. Use the promo code BUD when you deposit $20 into your account to bet on sports. They will match your $20 deposit with $20 of their own when you use promo code BUD over at Thrive Fantasy, which is www.thrivefantasy.com. You can download the app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Use promo code BUD when you deposit $20. They'll match it. Brandon, get into your bet.
So Gage and I had a BudHole bet today, impromptu, over the phone.
Yeah.
It was statistically who ended up better at when drafted at current ADP 4 or 5. So at the end of the year, did ADP 4 end up better than ADP 5?
And Brandon, which side would you guys take right away?
Scott knows. So we'll go Star.
So
I wasn't listening. I just received
doing
news
a fantasy...
that my guy got cut.
Oof.
Yeah.
Treadwell?
Yeah. I just saw that.
You're doing a fantasy draft. Would you rather be pick 4 or 5 is how the conversation started. And Brandon has this idea that pick 5 usually finishes better than pick 4.
That is not how the conversation went.
And I said, you're so
I
full
don't
of shit. How could a full round lower, or a full pick lower be better? It's just not possible.
It's not a full round lower. It's one pick lower.
One pick lower, though. Because he's saying, pick 5 is not a bad place to be this year. I'm like, fuck that.
I said there are still good tier players at pick 5 is how this started. And then you said, I don't think I'd want anybody at 5. That's not a pick I would want. And I said, well, there's still top quality players. I said then that pick number 5, I bet, ends higher statistically than pick number 4. And guess what? I was dead fucking wrong. I was way dead wrong.
So wrong.
It was so bad. So I went back the last 10 years.
I was dead fucking wrong.
And in all fairness, one year, Calvin Johnson and LaShawn McCoy in 2012 ended up with the exact same ADP. So you can wash that year out, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But,
it doesn't matter. At that rate.
It still doesn't matter.
In 2010, MJD was pick 4. Andre Johnson was pick 5. JD was 22. Johnson was 29 overall. Full point PPR. Then, 11, Jamal Charles got hurt. Gage is in a draft right now. It's getting auto drafted.
You forgot about it.
It's literally about to start. Thanks for the heads up.
Arian Foster finished at 11 overall at pick 4, and Jamal Charles was 248 at 5. I don't have to go through all of them. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you already told us. You lost.
There was a couple close ones.
You got fucked.
Julio and Zeke were one off. Antonio Brown and Zeke were one off.
And the rest weren't close.
Otherwise, I had Jamal Charles 1 year with 5 games, 1 year with 2 games, and Peterson the year that he switched his kids. So I had 3 of my 10.
No. Adrian Peterson, you had him the year that he got caught switching his kids. He probably still does it.
So I'm a man of my word. I just Venmo'd him the money.
Sweet.
Gage, do we have proof or confirmation?
Well,
You don't need
I don't
it.
want to leave this draft, though, too.
It means he's going to do it after we leave tonight. That's what he meant to say.
Pay me $40 later for that other bet.
It is paid. It has come through.
I would say, guys, pick 5, not a good spot to be in fantasy football. Just saying. Overall, it's a bad spot.
With that being
Listen to
said,
Gage's rage.
in the next episode, coming to you what will be tomorrow when listening to this cast, in the next episode, we will dive into some fantasy football talk leading up to this week's games. With that being said,
go jerk off.
Bye.
Make sure to check us out on Facebook, BudHole. Check us out on Twitter as well, @OfficialBudHole, Instagram, @OfficialBudHole, TikTok, @OfficialBudHole. And if you have questions or comments, email us at officialbudhole@gmail.com. Also, make sure to check out our Teespring website where we have sweatshirts and t-shirts, and our website itself where we post blogs and whatnot. Both of the links would be posted in our description for the episode. Please leave a rating on whichever platform you're listening on, as well as make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can continue to bring you the great content we create, as well as make it even better for the future. We love you all. Peace out.